Hello and welcome. My name is John Hobby, and you are looking at a Benchmade Mini Griptilian. This is my left-handed carry knife. Now, if you have a left-handed carry knife, leave a comment below and tell us what knife that is. I want to know what people's favorite left-handed knives are. I know a lot of knives like Spyderco and other knife forms are very ambidextrous, all right? Benchmade, I really like the axis lock, and so that's why I went with this. It works really well with my left hand, and as long as you're careful, you're not going to cut yourself. I am mildly ambidextrous, all right? So I can gut a fish with my left hand, with the knife in my left hand, if need be. Actually, maybe that's my preferred method. But this is not the subject of the video. I would like to hear your comments about it, though. This is the subject of the video. 35 years of knife sharpening. I just purchased this year, 2015. This is a Lansky knife sharpening set. Now this, in my opinion, is not the greatest knife kit. It's not the most compact, it's not the most efficient, it's not the most accurate, but it seems to be, well, a good balance of all of those things. It's compact enough you can travel with it. It's accurate enough you can get a reasonable edge on a knife and maintain a reasonable angle on your blade. So let's go ahead and get this started while I blab about it. So I'm pretty familiar with Lansky. I mean, I've been familiar with that since the turn of the century, so around the year 2000, so going on 15 years. And it's not the best way to put an edge on your knife. So if you want to change the angle of your blade, it just takes way too long to get that squared away. However, they do have some very aggressive stones for this that will make that process a little bit quicker. I've seen some pretty nice knife sharpening sets as I look around, especially online. However, you know, it's just something nice about the simplicity of this little Lansky set. Okay, so generally what I do is, this already has a pretty reasonable edge on it. I mean, I use this all the time. As you can see, this is not like that Benchmade. This is used and carried all the time. This is my right-handed carry knife. The Benchmade actually has an interesting story. I got it to be left-handed carry, and it ended up getting stored with all of my fishing stuff. And I didn't realize it was in storage, and I kept looking for it. I'm like, where's my Benchmade? And I finally found it. This is the medium blade. Has some junk on it here. Anyway, you take a guide rod here. They're attached right here. So I just pull one of these out of the lid of the carry case for Lansky. I put this on a flat surface. This is a card table, not perfectly hard, but it'll work for this video. And then you make sure that you got a straight line. Let's see if I can get this on camera. All the way across here by laying it on a flat surface. Once you're confident that's flat, I tighten this screw down. This is my guide rod, and this is the sharpening stone, all right? And I always use the 25 for this knife, so you can see this one's marked 30, this one's marked 25, this one's marked 20, and this one's 7. I don't know how on earth you would ever sharpen something with 7. You would really need a long razor in order to hit that angle. So 25 is what works for me. And generally I count, so I'll just move the stone and I push, and if you see there's some play up here on the guide rod, so I push down on this edge to push the guide rod up against the top of that little guide hole right here. And so with some mild pressure, I don't push very hard, and I'm sure to keep my fingers clear of that blade. The last thing you want to do is grab it like this or your fingers to slip. So with some mild pressure, you know, I'll count strokes. So I'll be 1, 2, then I'll move the stone up the blade. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I do the same all the way up the blade, and then I just flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. And you can see there are the guide holes right here. You put the guide rod in there, make sure that you keep the even amount of strokes, and this is a very reasonable way for me to sharpen a knife in a short amount of time, maintaining the angle that I want on the blade. Now, this is just how I do it. I don't feel like this way is superior than any other way. I've seen great results with people hand sharpening it on just a handheld knife sharpening stone, like one of the circular ones. I mean, it's amazing what people can do with some practice, but this is what I'm comfortable with, so this is what I do. Some people have asked me in person, how do you sharpen your knife? Well, this is how I do it. This is my second Lansky set. I have an original one. It doesn't have the rubber jaws right here. I'm not sure if that's going to focus here, but this version of the Lansky clamp right here has the rubber jaws. Anyway, leave a comment about your favorite left-handed blades and your favorite sharpening system. Again, I'm not a knifeaholic. I'm not a knife fanatic. I need knives. I use them. They're useful. I like the purple color because it's easy to see if I drop it, especially in the snow. Speaking of that famous winter when I left this out in the snow. So I'm going to be here sharpening. Thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to reading your comments and telling me all the things that I'm doing wrong, because I, of all people, am more than happy to take criticism. Thanks for watching. My name is John Hobby, and I will be back with more fun and exciting guns, knives, sharp, fun and exciting things, and maybe some flashlights. Thanks for watching.